Hello, everyone, and welcome to Cardinal Conversations, the podcast that introduces you to influential and innovative people in physical medicine and rehabilitation. I'm Dr. Darryl Kaelin, endowed chair at the University of Louisville and medical director at the Fraser Rehab Institute. And with me today is Dr. Stephen Flanagan, who is the Howard Rusk Endowed Chair of the New York University Langone Rehabilitation Program. We're good friends. I've known him for many years, and really excited to have him here today. Steve, thanks so much for being here.
Darryl, thanks
really
so much for having me.
Absolutely. Listen, let me start off with just a real simple question. Howard Rusk, I mean, he was the creator, the father of rehabilitation medicine. What does it feel like to be the Howard Rusk Endowed Chair? That's an incredible honor.
Yeah, I tell you, what an honor it is. It absolutely is true. So Howard Rusk, considered the father of rehab medicine, started off as an internist.
Right.
And in World War II, joined the service, learned that bed rest and not exercising is bad. Getting up, exercising, treating the whole person, that was the way to go. And now we have the field of physical medicine and rehabilitation. So it really is quite an honor. So it's when I sign things, or you see my signature, and then you see the Howard A. Rusk Professor. Yeah, that is quite an honor. So yeah, thanks so much for asking that.
Absolutely. Well, listen, you and I are kindred spirits in that we both love brain injury and brain injury rehabilitation. And so I know in a large city like New York, there are just got to be enough people that you're seeing a lot of that in your institution. How many roughly brain injuries do you think you see at Rusk every year? Do you have any idea?
Holy man, it literally in the thousands. And I say that because besides our inpatient rehab unit,
right.
And our affiliated hospitals, which is a level 1 trauma center, and we are a traumatic brain injury model system, we see literally hundreds there. But we also have a very active and busy concussion program.
Right.
So our concussion program, which is co-run with two other departments, neurology as well as sports orthopedics, collectively we see over 100 new concussion patients per month.
Wow.
So
amazing.
It's a huge program. So we see a lot.
Yeah. Well, brain injury is certainly a silent epidemic in this country and throughout the world. And so for all of those watching, if you feel like you've had a concussion, a brain injury of any type, seek out the services of a physiatrist, neurologist, even your primary care doc to get the process started. But there's no better place in the New York City area than NYU Langone to go for your care.
Well, thanks so much for that.
Fun question now.
Yeah.
Knowing you as I do, I know you're a lover of brewing beer. So I need to know a little bit, how did you get into it? And have you had any recent successes and new brews?
Oh, wow, that is a great question. How did I get interested? Well, I like beer, number one, so you got to like it.
You got to like it.
But I like doing things that are a little bit on the unusual side. So, yeah, I make beer. I started my own starter dough for bread. Built a pizza oven in the backyard. Well, I had it built. I'm not that handy.
Yeah.
I like to cure my own meats.
Nice.
So I just really got into it. I've only had one batch of beer go bad.
Yeah.
And admittedly, I haven't come up with my own recipes, but it's almost like getting jarred spaghetti sauce.
Yeah.
You buy it, you put it in the pot, but then you doctor it up.
Yeah.
That's what I have fun in. So I'll take stuff from my garden, like pumpkins, I'll roast them, I'll put that in. So I haven't anything gone bad yet. In fact, my latest brew is a pumpkin brew
nice.
with a pumpkin that I grew in the garden.
Wow, that's amazing. Well, I will say, the amber that you made when my presidential year was literally one of the best beers I ever had. So you're a master. And I know you have a place in Pennsylvania, so I'm going to make it known, if the zombie apocalypse happens, I'm moving in with him because I know I'll have all the food and drink I need.
You are absolutely more than welcome, even if there isn't a zombie apocalypse. We'd love to have you, Darryl.
So, one of the things that I think is amazing about being at the annual assembly of the American Academy of Physical Medicine and Rehabilitation, and both Steve and I are fortunate enough to have been presidents of this academy, is to see the excitement and the vigor of the young people, the medical students here, the residents here. It's like nothing I've seen before. So tell me a little bit about your experience this year and what your hope is for the future of our field.
Well, right. Boy, there's a lot in that question. So I will say the Academy recognizes that the future is in our young, the folks coming up, the younger folks, the residents, the medical students, and this is one of the largest collection, not only just physiatrists, but medical students and residents here.
Right.
So it's really very exciting. And I think it's important for them to know that although PM&R is so broad and we have so many subspecialties that at the end of the day, they are a physiatrist first.
Right.
And we are the organization to advance their future, advance the field to ensure we just don't survive going forward, but really thrive. So I am really excited that we have so many of those young folks here that are going to lead the field. And that
Right.
level of energy just fills me with a great sense of optimism. So moving forward, I am really excited.
I am so glad you said that. You know, what you say is so truthful in that our greatest strength and our diversity can sometimes be our greatest weakness, and that people sometimes don't think of themselves as physiatrists first. And so, as fellow physiatrists, the message out there is please think of yourself as a physiatrist first, a physiatrist as we've all been trained to call it, and to really think of function and quality of life as the primary thing, and as your subspecialty as the secondary. Another fun question. We're just past Halloween here recently. So what's your favorite Halloween candy and why?
Oh, my favorite Halloween candy. You know, so I'm a savory guy.
Okay.
I'm not a big guy on sweets. So,
Okay.
you know, when I go out to dinner, my dessert is typically, you know, let's say I'm at a sushi place, I get like a spider roll.
Nice.
So, so my favorite my pumpkin beer.
Oh, that's that. There you go. There you go. Or I was going to say maybe a caramel apple or something like that. Yeah. So I like the savory though.
Well, caramel apple beer. That'll be the next one.
Ooh, there you go. Gave you a great idea. Well, good. Well, let's close today by giving you a chance to talk a little bit about what you see as the future of the field. You know, we just came out of a lecture talking about technology and how we have to embrace technology, AI, and so forth. What's going on at NYU as it relates to technology and AI?
Yeah, so that's a great question. So I think technology is a big area where the field is going. In fact, we have one of my faculty members leads our Technology and Innovation Lab, J.R. Rizzo. I think that's a big part of where we're going in the technology world. And I think that's the future of neurorehabilitation and neuromodulation and motor recovery. But I think the greatest value that PM&R and physiatrists offer our field is what we do every single day. Getting folks up and moving, whether in the ICU, on a ventilator, in the acute care service, getting them onto exercise programs, keeping them out of hospitals. My view is that without physiatry, without PM&R, the triple aim of medicine cannot happen. That is providing great population health, ensuring good patient experience, and doing it more efficiently, which we all know is a euphemism for less money. But without physiatry,
Right.
It'll never be fully realized. So that's where I think our value is. Technology, great, that'll help us get there, but it is our field, and that is our secret sauce.
I totally agree. Well, for everyone out there, if you're seeking somebody who understands and embraces technology, places like NYU, we recently received a $6 million grant at the University of Louisville and Fraser Rehab to build a technology center where people could come and see all the things that are available to them that will help improve their function and quality of life. Look for large academic centers like ours that really are embracing technology and advancing the future of the specialty. Steve, thanks so much for your time today. I've really enjoyed getting to talk with you and look forward to spending many more good times together in the future.
Same here in Pennsylvania and Louisville.
Absolutely. Take
All right,
care.
thanks so much.
Bye, everybody.